Hello everybody and welcome to some more League of Legends. This time around I'm going to be looking at Khazix and I will be going solo mid against Khazix. So Khazix is another one of those champions that that is an assassin that does really well against mages mid because he just puts out so much damage with no way for them to punish them. Runes and masteries for Khazix that I am running are Armor pen marks, flat armor seals, flat magic resist glyphs, and then flat attack damage quints. This will give us enough offensive and defensive power, I think, to overpower Khazix and kick him out of lane. Runes and mastery wise now, wow. I'm running 2190, grabbing pretty much your standard offensive masteries, except that I opt out of the crit. Extra crit damage as well as the crit attack speed on a crit. We're not crit focused. We're not going to deal with that. So yeah, we're not going. Wow, I just spaced out there. We're not going on. We're not going for the crit at all in Khazix, so it's not going to be important. And we're going to go to red and help our Rammus. We'll start with our Q. So, in the defense we're picking up, since we're against Khazix, we picked up magic resist, health, and more health instead of the armor. So let's talk about Khazix's skills real quick. Unseen passive, or unseen threat, wow, is his passive. And basically when Khazix is not visible to an enemy team, he gains Unseen Threat, which causes his next basic attack against an enemy champion to deal bonus magic damage, as well as slow them by a fair amount for 2 seconds. This is a fairly decent passive, it's not amazing, but whatever. Moving on from that, we have Taste Their Fear, which is his Q and what we start with. What Taste Their Fear does is that it marks enemies who are isolated from nearby allies, which is a small range. I think it's like 5 yards or something, and it deals extra damage to them. But it also it does physical damage itself to them. But if they're isolated, it deals 45% more damage. So it's a fairly big difference and a fairly huge amount. So you want to try and isolate them as much as you can, because it'll give you the most damage. Now Khazix is going to try and bully us a bit. We'll just play a bit passive. No reason for us to be overly aggressive right now. We're still level 1. So moving on from his Q. Well, no, not moving on. I guess we'll talk about evolutions here. What his evolution does is that it makes his claws also deal 8% of the target's missing health to them as bonus physical damage. This is also increased by isolation, so you will up that by 45% if they're isolated, which is really, really nice. We'll grab our E next. So moving on from isolation, Taste Their Fear though, we have Void Spike. What this does, it shoots out a skill shot, and when it arrives at target, it blows up and does AoE damage to the target and slows them. Or targets rather, and slows them. What this will also do is it will heal Khazix if he's in the explosion radius for a small amount. It's not bad. If you have this evolve, basically you just you fire 3 spikes out in a cone, so it's all right. You cannot, however, be healed by more than 1 blast when it's fired out in a cone. So. Pop potion. We're going to max up Taste Their Fear first. This will let us punish the most. And we'll pick up a kill on Lee. Fuck you, Lee. We're gonna grab a tier goddess with our with our gold. We'll grab some boots as well, and a sight ward, as well as another health bot. Alright, so let's moving on from Void Spike, we have his E, which is leap. Basically, a short range leap to the target, deals physical damage in the area. Now, if you evolve this, you get wings, and these increase the leap range by a large amount. But the bigger thing is that on a champion killer assist, the cooldown resets, similar to Tristana's rocket jump. Bam. So this is a really handy ability. Now, moving on to his ultimate, which is called Void Assault. What this does is it lets you evolve one of your abilities. You'll get to do this 3 times. It also activates to let you stealth for 1 second and activates Unseen Threat. It also increases your movement speed, and you can cast it a second time within a couple within, I think it's like 10 seconds to like 12 at max range, but don't quote me on that. If you evolve it when you're stealth, you take 40% reduced damage, or 50% rather reduced damage while you're stealth, which it's not that big of a deal because of the short stealth duration, I find, but that's just me. We're going to evolve Claws first. Just give us more damage. Kha'Zix is missing, so we'll let people know. We'll head bottom with Rammus. So, anyways, yeah, so I don't see a big point to evolving this one. I really don't. Like, it just does not seem that good of an ability to me to evolve. The other 3 just seem so much better. But anyways, so you'll notice we're going tier the goddess first. What we're gonna do is there's really 2 ways to build Kha'Zix. There's Mana Moon Kha'Zix, and then there's AD Assassin Kha'Zix. We're going Mana Moon. I think either's fine. There's not a better one really. No Karth Assault, which is weird, but whatever. Something we are, however, going to rush will be a Hex Drinker to counter Karthus. Being able to just basically say no means no to his ultimate will be great. So, haven't really got a Rammus gank yet, but we've seen Lee Sin mid twice, and he did kind of bitch about me for playing passive, but whatever. We'll go back mid here and just CS. So yeah, basically what Kha'Zix's job is you want to isolate targets. Normally what'll happen is if you jump on an ADC, they will run like a bitch. It's hard for us to fight Karthus amongst the minions, especially where he can zone us with lay waste, but Bam! Rammus interrupting the Kha'zix, which was beautiful, and picking up 2 kills, and that gives us 2 assists. We really need to put down these wards, but we haven't had a chance. Anyways, we'll grab our Hex Drinker. That should give us our protection from Kha'zix. If we had had the Hex Drinker there, Kha'zix would not have killed, or like wouldn't have been able to kill that ultimate anyways. Actually, we probably would have killed Kha'zix, but anyways. So we'll go back mid here. Come up here. Drop a ward there. Not sure where Lee Sin is, so we need to be just a little bit careful. Rammus went in for a dive there and failed, but he popped Kha'Zix's flash, which is great. So yeah, you'll notice I'm able to push Kha'Zix around a little bit. The big thing with Kha'Zix right now is the fact that the Defile hits so hard, and we have to basically eat it when we're harassing him. But overall, we're not doing too bad against him. That people know that Kha'Zix is missing. Now I'm guessing this Tribush is warded. Anyways, we'll head back. We'll go with Merc Trez to counter Kha'Zix a bit more and give us some tenacity. We really need to get a Vamp Scepter. We just kind of haven't been able to because I want to rush the Hex Drinker to counter the Kha'Zix, and now I want to get the Merc Trez to counter even further. Anyways, we'll come back mid. Bam. For our next evolve, we're probably gonna go our leap. You'll notice that I max Q first. That'll give us the most damage, and then honestly, it depends on what you want. Void Spike gives you a little bit better harass, but leap gives you the fact that yeah, it's amazing. Rammus getting that. So we basically ran up there for nothing, which sucks. Beat that Kha'Zix ult, didn't really do anything actually. So Raka, if for those who don't know, Raka's a really strong counter to Kha'Zix. I'm getting a bit of harass on him. Lee Sin's bottom. Which means Kha'Zix might be going bottom, but we're gonna max our E second. Let's see if Kha'Zix is actually hitting down here. He's not mid, which tells me something at least. Get that kill on the Caitlyn. Pick up the blue buff. And we can go to Dragon. We're fairly good for Dragon because of our isolation damage. It just gives us so much more damage. Like you'll notice we're hitting Dragon there 4, 5, and 600, or 4 and 500 basically, and depending on its health. And bam, pick up the kill on the Kha'zix. We got our second evo. Now, something to note about your evolution. You need to be very careful when you actually click it because Kha'zix literally has to stand still and cast it. So you don't want to do it in the middle of combat. That would be very bad. Alright, so we'll grab our Merc Treads, which will give us our tenacity and our more magic goods. Now we're going to go for a Vamp Scepter. We're going to build the Vamp Scepter into a Ravenous Hydra. Actually, we have more parts for a Hydra, so we can just grab another longsword. And we'll skip the Rejuve Beam and get a couple more awards. We're doing really well this game, so. We'll drop this one there. Yeah. And then we'll just push. More here and drop a ward. Rammus diving the Kha'zix. Wow. Oh, but Kha'zix shut him down. Pick up another rank in our jump. We should be able to drop this tower. Drop the second tower bottom, which is fantastic. Pretty easy game for us. Bam! Claw away at this. Top is really overextended, so we'll head top and see if we can pick up something up there. Can't underestimate my isolation damage, buddies. Bam! So you'll notice I hit really damn hard with my isolation damage. Like, ridiculously hard. Alright, so we'll go back. We don't have quite enough for our Hydra, but we do have enough for our TMS. Let us grab a couple more awards. But yeah, I mean, you'll notice I'm doing a lot of damage when I hit. I mean, Lee with like 3 bars and 2 bars of shield jumped in on me there, and I just exploded him with 1 hit. It's because when you're isolated, Khazix just does so much damage to you. You really can't be isolated with Khazix. Put that one there, and then we'll also drop one there as well. Let's see if Khazix keeps pushing this. No. No, he's not. I was hoping he would.
An enemy has been slain.
And good game, we win.
Victory.
Hope you enjoy this video. Like, dislike, subscribe, comment. It all helps. And I hope this helps you with your Khazak ways, and I hope it helps you evolve to be a better player. And I will see you all next time. See ya.